Hi babies. Okay, we have a full moon. Today is April 1st. If you're seeing this video either the days before or the days after April 1st or on April 1st, you can trust that this message is for you. Okay, we have our little goat cards here as usual. We're going to pull some little messages and see what does our collective need clarity on, or what are you getting clarity on during this full moon in Libra? Or also what needs to be or wants to be released. As always with collective readings, take what resonates, leave the rest. And alas, let us begin. Okay, let's see what we got here. Whoa, alrighty then. That's a whole pile. Okay, so are we taking all of these? No, just the ones that flipped up right now. Okie dokie. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Okay, we have a chessboard. We have a woman in meditation, and we've got a group of people. Our famous hand with a triangle. We've had this one a few times before, also as an individual card, and then a man leaving a space in ruins. All right, let's take a peek here. I'm a little bit sick, so if my voice sounds a little bit funky, please excuse. I'm getting better soon. Okay. So it feels like there's some kind of strategic game that you've been involved in. It feels like you've been, with this card, what I'm getting is it feels like you've been playing a game of chess, and I feel like it's your turn right now, is what I'm hearing. It's your turn to move the piece, and it feels like you might have a little bit of uncertainty as to which direction you need to be moving in right now. But what I'm getting with this card and with chess in general, it's that it's a game of deliberation. It's a game of strategy. It's a game of pausing to look at the board, to look at the pieces, to look at everything that's moving and happening there, and then deciding one by one how you want to be moving. So there's definitely a feeling here of not rushing. That's very important. Unless you're playing chess with a timer, usually when you play chess, it's a bit of a longer, drawn-out game, and it takes you some time to make the right steps, right? Until you get to your checkmate. So I feel like there's something here about not rushing this next move, but being very strategic and very deliberate about your choice, being very intentional about your choice moving forward and your next move. And it feels like there's an invitation here to contemplate where you've been coming from with this card. So as you can see, there's a woman here, and there's kind of like an evolution of self. It's almost like her spirit is rising. I feel like when you look at this card, it's like she seems a bit sad, but then when you look at the faces above her, here and here, it's like they're progressively more joyful as they ascend. And I'm feeling with this card that this is about your higher self and also about your ancestry. So it's almost like your ancestors are watching over you. And it could be for some of you that you've been feeling a bit low, that you've been feeling, I want to say, a bit moody, a bit, maybe even in like a victim mindset. Maybe something has been happening in your environment that's been, or in your life, there's been a situation that's been sort of weighing on you. This could very much be stories of the past karma. It could be maybe having made moves like this before and it having gone wrong, or not having turned out the way that you were hoping for. But I feel like with this card, it's like your ancestry and your higher self are sort of watching over you, and they're smiling because they're seeing you feel all down and out and all low, but it's almost like they know what you don't. They know that something better is on the horizon, that something quite beautiful is actually on the horizon for you, but you might be wallowing a little bit in self-doubt or in this victim mindset, and so you're maybe not being able to see it. But I'm getting here with this card that, especially with the Libra full moon, it's an energy of sharing with others. We've had this one before show up in some of my readings. There's this invitation to connect with your community, to connect with people that either are going through something similar at this period in time or have already gone through it and overcome it and can be a source of inspiration for you. It's almost like by sharing in community and seeing the colors of different people, right? The colors of their stories, it's like they can shed a light. And I do feel, it's very interesting, I feel like you are here. When you look at everybody else has their hands up and they're sort of debating, and you're more on this observer side. So it's, I think, less about you sharing your woes and more about you receiving inspiration from other people's stories, from other people who have transitioned something similar and have overcome it, right? And also trusting the vision that you have with this card. We've had this come up before. So with this card, you see that there's the hand and then there's the eye in the middle. The hands are they're connected to our heart, right? So the hands, we have meridians and they run through our arms and they connect with our heart space. And there's something here about you needing to trust more the vision and the visions that you've been receiving from your guides. It could be that you've been having dreams or that you just have been having these like future glimpses of what your life could look like, of the direction that you want to go in this chess game, right? And there's this kind of invitation of like trusting that that vision can be grounded in reality and it can flourish. It can really grow and flourish. But especially with this card, you need to walk away from the crap of the past, basically. Like you need to sort of allow yourself to walk through this doorway into the new reality. It feels like a lot of you might be right here. You might be in this space where you're seeing the chaos and you're seeing the rubble of the past. You're seeing, perhaps this was you who created the chaos. It might have been other people. Either way, whatever didn't go right in the past, whatever is kind of rotting away in this disheveled sort of room, it's like you're being asked to walk through the doorway into a place of more light, a place of your vision, where your vision can really blossom, where you can really see it and you dare to actually walk the path. I feel like with this, a lot of you might just be hesitating. It might be that moment in the chess game where you know that the right move is, going from this point to this point and using, I don't know, your horse or using your tower. Specifically, I would say the tower, actually, in this case. So it's like maybe you need to use your tower to move, but you're hesitating and you're kind of going back and forth and you're going back into like, oh, but it didn't work before, and then I don't know, like messed it up and all of that. And those things might be true. Obviously there's chaos here. Obviously there were things that didn't work out the way that you planned them. And given that this person has a walking stick, I feel like it might have caused you some exhaustion. Like you might be feeling worn out from the decisions of the past that didn't go your way. But again, you're being asked to trust and walk through the door. Okay, what else, Spirit? What else do they need to know? What else is important here? The cards are feeling a bit sticky, so maybe some of you feel a bit stuck in a situation. Yeah. But again, you're being asked to invite that light in, to invite the playfulness in. Look at that. There's so much joy in this card. Also with the white, there's a lot of purity in this card. And here, we've had this one before show up many times. Stepping out of the shell, out of what you know. There's really this kind of invitation of like, can you step onto the stage is what I'm hearing here. It's like, of course, there are puppets. It's like they're marionette puppets, but you're not, first of all, you're not alone in whatever transition you're going through, whatever vision you have. It's not just you. And this is really important right now because Libra is all about relationships, okay? Libra is governed by Venus. It's governed by love, by beauty, by aesthetics, but also Libra also rules the sense of justice. And it's really a sign that blossoms in its relationship to others, in the connection with others, and in the collaboration and the creation that happens when people come together. And this is especially true for our joy, right? And our excitement. When we are excited about something and we contain the excitement to ourselves, it's never going to be as powerful as if we step out into the world and share that excitement and just go like, yeah, oh my God, I'm doing all these things and like, I want to do this thing and it's really exciting for me and I don't know, and you share it with somebody else. And then somebody else jumps on your excitement train and is like, do you know what? That's super dope. I'm so down for it too. So there's really this feeling of like sharing with others and like kind of dancing the dance together, you know? Like I love this expression of like opening up again. Here we have the heart. Look at this expression. Open arms. When we are with open arms, not only are we open to receiving in that moment, so key for any kind of vision, any kind of dream or manifestation to come towards us, we need to actually be open to receiving it. If we're just sitting there like, oh, or like, look at her posture. Look at that. She's blocked off. If there's this like, I don't know, it's not going to come if you're in that place. But if you're like, fuck it, YOLO, like I'm just going to dance and I'm just going to do the thing and I'm going to step out and I'm going to allow myself to be really joyful and really present and to allow myself to step into that place of the dreamer. This is also important for Libra energy because we've just started an energetic new year, right? We've just started with Aries season on the 21st of March. We started the energetic new year in astrology. It starts always with Aries. And Aries is really playful. It's actually the child of the zodiac. It's like the toddler of the zodiac. And there's really this like impulsive kind of like, I'm going to go chase after the things that I enjoy. And it's going to be amazing. And it's going to be so fun. And who's with me? It's this really proactive energy. And so I feel like right now you're being called to allow yourself to be in that feeling. Allow yourself to let go of the story of why it didn't work out the last times, of why, you had to kind of pick up the broken pieces and put yourself back together. Like, trust, homies, I have been there. If y'all only knew, oh my God. I mean, some of y'all watching this, if you know me, you know. But you cannot let that stop you. Do not allow this kind of doom and gloom from the past take over the joy and the excitement of the vision that you want to build with yourself, for your life, and with others, and let other people join you on it. For some of you, this could be a partner. This could be really like a romantic partner. It could also just be a collaborator, but whatever it is, it's someone who's going with you on the journey. And it's so important to not creep back into the comfort zone, to not creep back into the egg. We know the egg is comfortable. The comfort zone is the cocoon. It's what we know. It's so nice and it's cozy and warm in there. But like, homies, nothing ever, nothing really truly exciting that's for your growth really ever happened within the cocoon of your mother's womb, except for your physical body actually growing. There's a reason why you have to come out of the uterus at some point. You have to be born, right? So like at some point, whatever you've been holding on to, maybe you've had a project going for a while and it's been kind of behind the scenes. You've been playing these like the game of chess and you've been looking at the pieces and you've been strategizing, but like now is the moment to step out. Stop hesitating, okay? I need to pause for a second. Sorry about that. Had to blow my nose. So maybe that might be significant. Also releasing, right? Like clearing up some space for you to actually be able to step into this new kind of joy, right? If you're just kind of clogged down by all these things of the past, you're not going to move anywhere. And I'm really holding your hand as I say this. I have deep, deep care and appreciation for you. And I know exactly what that is like, but it's just really nothing incredible. Your vision will not come to life if you stay inside the comfort zone. So dare to get out of the egg, break the shell, and trust. Okay, let's see what else. Source is being Source is being picante. I'm feeling very picante right now. I'm feeling like a little bit spicy, a little bit like a sassy older sister that's like trying to help you out here. So yeah, maybe that could be significant for some of you. Maybe you have some older siblings or someone who's just giving you a little bit of like tough love, but like trust, they mean well. What else have we got? Okay. All right, we got these two coming out. The gentleman writing. And then the burning bridges, burning buildings. Maybe for some of you, this process of stepping out of the egg, maybe what's necessary right now for some of you is to actually walk back into this place. It's very ironic, I know. Don't blame me, I'm just the messenger. But like, I know that here you're walking out, right? You're walking out of like the turmoil and into the light. That's the invitation. And here it feels like you're walking back into the rubble, right? Like you're walking back into the chaos, walking back into what went up in flames. But it feels like, together with this card, that you're being asked to write about it, to reflect on it, and to maybe take a clearer look of what exactly went wrong. And also with this, I'm getting, what is the story? What is the story here? So recently I actually saw a message that I really, really loved and I put into practice. So I'm going to give that on to you because I think it's going to be really helpful. So someone said, when we are writing the story of our life, it's not like the story of our life is just being written and we're just sitting there as passive bystanders going like, okay, this is just it. Like, no, you are co-creating the story with the universe, right? Like, it's like the universe is throwing, curveballs and blessings and all these different things at you. And you get to be a participant, an active participant in how you write the story and how the story pans out. So it feels like maybe you need to go back for a moment. Maybe that's what you need in order to be able to step into this joyful place. Like maybe what you need to release is the story tied to this building. Maybe you feel like you didn't see it coming. The person is looking the other way. Okay, like they were just kind of blindsided by it. This person here has what could be a grenade in their hand, right? Maybe somebody who you trusted was the one who sort of blew up your parade or got in the middle of your plans. Whatever it was, I feel like you need to perhaps take a moment to look at what happened, right? To look at what moves you made before and what led to the sort of like burning bridges or the negative outcome. And take a look at that story and write it down and analyze it and maybe realize how perhaps a story that you've created was that you're no good, that you don't deserve it, that for some reason you can't do it, that you're not deserving of it, that XYZ, right? That there's a whole plethora of reasons why you can't have what you want or why you won't be able to step into the light and be successful and reach your goals and make your dreams a reality. There might be a lot of stories that you're holding on to around what happened. And I feel like sitting down and writing the stories out allows you to also change the story that you are writing today about your future. So if you were to sit down and grab a pen and say, okay, universe is writing with me. I'm not just like a subject to my destiny. I get to participate with my free will, with my choice. How do I want this story to play out? What was the story that I was holding in my mind before? Okay, how do I want to alchemize that? How do I want to flip and reverse it and turn it into something else? So let's say that your story was something around a victim mindset of, oh, nothing good ever happens to me, or people always screw me over. I never get what I want. I'm not strong enough. I'm not consistent enough. I don't have what it takes. Look at all those things that happened to me. If that was your story and you had to turn around, there's sirens outside as I'm saying this. So that could be significant for some of you. If you could turn that story around and say, wait, I'm the hero. I'm the protagonist, I'm the director, I'm the producer, I'm all of the roles, I'm the actor of my story. How do I want this to play out? All right, where's the turning point? Where's the plot twist? What happens in the plot twist? What happens with my character? How do they step out of that place and say, I'm doing it differently, like I am a warrior princess. I've been watching a lot of Sailor Moon recently, so like your girl she's feeling the vibes. She's feeling that power of like, transformation, like calling in, like it was always with Sailor Moon, like with these kind of characters, it's like, she's also crying in the beginning. And she's also having these moments of like, I don't like this, I'm afraid. And then Luna the cat comes to her and she's like, get it together, like tap into your bravery. And then Tuxedo Mask comes and he's also like kind of going into her, like holding her hand and be like, you must be brave. Lead from your heart, you can do it. And like, of course, it's an anime, but there's so much truth to that in our life, right? It's like, how do you transform it? How do you step out of whatever it was that happened? What needs to be the narrative that needs to shift in order for you to be the empowered one, to be the strong one, to be the creative one, to be the bold one, to be fill in the blanks, whatever it is for you, okay? What is that story that wants to be written? And can you allow yourself to write it in a way where you get to be this, where you get to be joyful, where you get to be the visionary, where you get to be the one that follows their heart, that trusts their intuition, that trusts that what they're seeing in their visions, whatever you're seeing in your visions, it would not be there if it weren't for you. Why? Why would the universe place something in your mind that is not for you? Think about that for a second, reflect on it, and really feel if the doubts are just coming from a bunch of stories, a bunch of reasons, things that people have said to you in the past, right? Like really take a minute to move forward. Okay, what else? What's important? What else do we need to know moving forward? Ooh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And there we go. Okay. So again, do you see the posture? Crossed arms? I don't know about you, but I've rarely met a person who was good at manifesting and manifested a lot of beautiful and wonderful heart-led situations in their life by sitting like this and just being fucking cranky pants about it. Like, it's not gonna happen that way. And look, what we got here. Listening to the beat of your own heart. This is your heart. Bow the intelligence of the mind to the intelligence of the heart. The heart knows better than the mind. The mind is full of stories, and the more we listen to the stories, the further away we get from what we truly want. So really pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention. Write them down. Write them down, okay? Really notice it when you're getting the thoughts on your notes app, on a piece of paper, wherever the hell, on your arm. Just write it down. Write it down when the thoughts come in. Every time that you want to move into the place, what are the thoughts that are coming in, right? What is keeping you from moving forward? It's like they're fine. They're all moving forward, but he's missing a leg and he's just sitting there crossed arms. Like there's, again, this element of kind of like resentment, perhaps, of like, why does everybody else get to ride on their bicycles freely, but I have half a leg? Again, you might be somebody who has experienced a lot of limitations. You might have experienced a lot of loss. Okay, this could be on a physical level, this could be on an emotional level, on a spiritual level, on a material level, like money. You might have experienced a lot of loss and it's left you a bit resentful. That's all right, but again, it's time to uncross the arms, right? And to kind of bow down and listen. And if there is grief in your song, yeah? If there's grief, if there's anger, whatever it is that is in there, listen to it. Allow it to be heard. Allow it to be transformed. Purifying fire. Allow things to burn, to alchemize, to turn into something new, into something else, right? It's like, it's almost, I'm getting with this card as well, it's like, it's almost like letting your flames come alive again. It's like letting your inner fire come alive, your passion, this need to kind of blow shit up, and I don't mean this literally. Please do not blow shit up unless it's in a safe environment. But I feel like there's this thing of like whatever needs to come out. Maybe you've been just holding. There's a lot of holding here. Okay? Some of you could be grippers. I see you. I see you clenching your teeth. I see you gripping. I see you tensing. Look at that. Gripping. A lot of you are gripping. A lot of you are not wanting to let go of the story. There's something there of like, allow that fire to come out. Allow whatever it is to be expressed outward, but you need to listen and give yourself space for that. Also, Libra, again, it's ruled by Venus, so it is very much about the heart. It is very much a heart-led sign. It follows almost like its own sense of romance and its own sense of beauty and of creativity. So there's something about your creative fire as well. And perhaps, again, a process of alchemy, turning these feelings into some form of art or expression, and that can look very different for each one of you. But yeah, that's really an invitation here. And this is our last card. This one has come out before as well. It's nice. It's like ancestry again. I feel like it's again you're being called to look at your ancestry, to look at the generations that have come before you, to look at what they have created with the pain that they've carried. Pain doesn't necessarily need to be something that completely numbs us or that completely puts us in paralysis. Pain can be turned into something powerful if we allow it, if we acknowledge it, and we allow ourselves to turn it into something else. Yeah, so I feel also with this is getting back to your roots and grounding. So connecting to your heritage, connecting to your reason why is what I'm hearing. Why do you want this vision? What is it about this dream? What is it about this sensation, this feeling, this pull? What is it about that is pulling you? The why. Why do you want to do it? It feels like for a lot of us in this collective, we are being called into visions that are expanding way beyond our personal selves. There is a massive process of collective healing that is happening right now, of collective transformation. And of course, collective pain is a big part of that, right? Generational trauma is a huge part of that. And a lot of situations from the past, a lot of patterns from the past, both on a kind of social political level and on a personal level, a lot of that is sort of being regurgitated. It's like it's happening over and over again, and we're kind of looking around and being like, really? Again? We're doing this again? But it feels like it's happening. If something is looping, if something is repeating, what is being asked of you to do differently? What is the pathway forward, right? It's almost like, what did your ancestors sacrifice themselves for here? They are watching over you, like they are seeing your development and they're cheering you on, like they're wanting you to step into this thing, but you need to investigate for yourself what is holding you back. Okay. I'm going to pull a final tarot card just for this confirmation. So this is the final message for this. Yeah, love this. 3 of Cups. Celebration. We've got again, like there's a whole there's a whole vibe here with the community, the people, the joy. The 3 of Cups is all about celebrating with others, right? It's really about getting together with allies, with people that have your back. It could be your friends, it could be your family, it could just be people in your tribe. It's really like allowing yourself to celebrate how far you've come. And this is really clearly what I'm hearing is, I think a lot of you have not allowed yourself to celebrate how far you've actually come amidst the rubble, amidst the missteps, amidst the chaos, the destruction, the wrong turns, the mistakes, everything that may or may not have gone wrong in your life, the missing legs, all of it. You've not given yourself time to celebrate how far you've actually come and all of the things that you maybe have learned, right? And there's an element here of giving thanks. there's an element here. There's a lot of pumpkins. There's a lot of fruits here. It's like sometimes when we're in that state of kind of upset about the things that have gone wrong in our life, we're not capable of seeing that when things are not going our way, it's because we are learning a lot of lessons. We are developing to the place we need to be in order to hold the thing that we want to live in, right? It's like we need to build the capacity sometimes. And unfortunately, this is just the way the universe works. Sometimes we get our ass kicked a little bit, okay? But remember to celebrate amidst all of that. Remember to tap into joy. And I feel like this is really such an important message here, is like tap into the beauty, into the joy, into the love that is already there, that is surrounding you, that is supporting you. There are people, you have people, community, ancestry, collaborators. There are plenty of people, not to mention your higher self, right? Source. There's plenty of energy around you to support your becoming, to support the visions and the dreams that you are having at this moment in time, but you need to allow yourself to receive it. Open up, share, raise your cup. Even when life is shitty, it can still be really fucking good, because there's a lot to be grateful for, and there's a lot of people around us that are holding our hands and are supporting us and are walking the path with us. Okay, my lovelies, that's it for today. I hope some of this resonated with you. If you want a personal reading, send me a message. I'm going to link all my social media stuff down here. You can go on there. You can DM me. Yeah, share in the comments what landed with you, what didn't. What are you struggling with? I'd love to hear about it. Let's start a conversation. Let's see how we can support each other. This is what we're here for. This is what this channel is here for. These are transmissions. Take them. Put them in your heart. Share with each other. Give each other support, like don't be afraid to be vulnerable. On the topic of vulnerability, if you want to check out some of my music, this is where I get very vulnerable and it's very uncomfortable for me still. But we're doing it because it wants to be born right now. You can just scroll down. There's videos of my music. Like, share, comment. Maybe it inspires you in some other way or form. Okay, my lovelies. I wish you all the best for this full moon transition and Aries season. And I love you so much.